Duffy and I belong to a small church community. It's a group of about a dozen or so, plus or minus. We get together every couple of weeks and we spend time together talking about our faith. But we start with some time of prayer, time to share some burdens to pray about, some scripture, our reaction or our thoughts to whatever we've read in scripture. And then a time of faith sharing, but just a time to talk about our relationship with God and how that's going and our feelings and our reactions to it. So obviously during this time of pandemic, one of the things that came up is the feelings of absence or caused by absence, and our inability to be able to get together in community and to celebrate Eucharist with one another. And words that were used in expressing those feelings were longing and desire, an ache for the time to get back together, and an ache caused by our inability to be able to get together and to share this time together. And one of the things that I've learned over the course of the years is that when we talk to one another, with one another in that context, if I listen, I can hear God speaking. And one of the things that I think I was listening to during our meeting a couple nights ago is God saying, I miss you. I miss our time together. I long to be with you in community again. I long to be able to share Eucharist with you again. And that I ache in this period of absence, in this fast from our presence with one another. In this Sunday's Gospel, what we're going to hear Jesus again at the Last Supper telling his disciples, the Father is in me, I am in you, you are in me. That there's a oneness, a one-ing that has happened because of the resurrection. And that as a result of that, what we feel, what we experience, our heartaches as well as our joys, are God's heartaches and joys. And that God in our community celebrations is pouring out love to us, not just in the form of the Eucharist, but in the return and the magnification of our love for one another and our love for God expressed in those celebrations. God's pouring it back infinitely to us. And that God aches for that. That's the nature of love. So I want to extend an invitation to you. Invite everybody. If you hear this, I don't care where you are. You can be, I know there's folks listening to this in New York and down in North Carolina. You might have to live stream because we're not going to stop doing that. But when those church doors get open, when we get on the other side of this thing in a way that we can get together and sing and pray as we have in the past, come on down to St. Stephen's because we're going to raise the roof. This is going to be a happening. That I can guarantee you. I love you guys. Stay safe. Don't be afraid. Love is all.